What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing? My name is Naftali Kungu. I make YouTube videos about life. And today's video is going to be about admiring and appreciating the little things in life. In the past couple months, I've just trying to stay in gratitude in life and try to enjoy as much of life as possible. In life, or in general, I feel like we have this tendency to keep wanting and wanting and wanting. And I also believe like wanting brings misery. Like the more you want something, the more you're willing to do for it, and the more unhappy you likely are. I realized that just being able to breathe and experience life with all my senses, I'm not sick, just that is enough for me to be able to enjoy life. I mean, money's great, fast cars are great, big house is great, but you can't enjoy none of that if you're sitting in a hospital. The people who have the money and are bedridden, they would trade it all just to be able to have a nice one healthy day. But the people with the much health in life, healthiest people in the world, are slaving, breaking their bodies to attain something that's not gonna make them happy. I believe if you're not happy when you don't have money, when you have money, you're not gonna be happy. If you don't have the ability to be joyous in life, then when you have whatever you're seeking, you're not gonna be happy for it. I don't know why, but we believe when we reach a place where we're gonna go that we're gonna be happy. I don't believe that. I feel like that place you're trying to go, you're already there. You just have to realize it and just be grateful. I have a couple things I want to talk about. One of them being time. So if you think about time is the past, the present, and the future. And just that's the way we measure our existence. It's not real, it's not something we can touch, it's not something we can grasp or hold on to. It's gonna keep going and going, and there's no way we can grasp it. If you have a good understanding of time and that your time is your reality and how you view time is how you view life, if we think carefully, sound becomes music, movement becomes dance, you feel me? A smile becomes laughter, and thinking becomes meditation, and life becomes a celebration. We're so bombarded by this hustle culture of always wanting something, always wanting the next thing, never really being satisfied. Like, for example, we always want the next iPhone, we'll want the next new car. We never sit and just sit in silence and just listen to the wind and the stillness of life. Like, if you ever just notice your life and you ever notice you ever just notice your habits, you can't really sit in silence. There has to be music playing. You can't sit in a car when it's silent. You have to be blasting that music. That new Drake. You feel me? But the stillness in life and the stillness of just living is the most beautiful things in the world. It's the moments between the big events that really matter in life. Just being able to understand that, it just helps you enjoy life better. I've never believed that money's gonna make me happy, because I've always been aware that money is just a commodity for me to be able to do whatever I want with my life. As far as I know, I only have one life, and I want to celebrate. I want it to be a celebration. I don't want it to be a prison. I don't want it to be hell. We make our own reality. Like, the reality we live in, we make it. Some people live in the same conditions and one person's living in hell. When you understand that your reality and your life is all based on your perception of life, a lot of things will change in life. And I implore you to read about it, get outside in nature and just sit and just notice how beautiful things are. We're either thinking of the past, the traumas we've been through, or we're thinking of the future. And neither of those places exist. The only moment we have is now. Having that mindfulness and awareness of that, the moment that we can only exist in is the present moment, I believe you will be able to enjoy it even more. If you notice that, if you have fear in your heart, you ever notice that it's either of the past or the future, it's never in the present? It's impossible to be scared in the present moment. You're always scared of what could happen or scared of what has happened. That's just something I read somewhere, and coming to realize it's true. Like, if I'm scared of something, it's because I'm scared of what has happened before or what will happen. If I stayed in the moment, fear doesn't exist. And a great quote I've always heard is, you're born alone and you die alone. And this world just drops a bunch of rules on top of you. to make you forget that fact. But I'm living like there's no tomorrow, because there is none. When I was in high school and I lost passion for soccer, because I believe that's what I wanted to do in life. I believe that my future was me playing soccer. But once I lost passion for soccer, I was like, I felt lost in my place in the world. I wouldn't be able to go to sleep because I was restless, because I was like, what am I going to do in my life? My whole life was based on me doing this one thing. And then when that thing was over, I felt like my life had no meaning. Like, why would I live life if what I want to do in my life, I can't do it because I don't want to do it anymore? And that led me to be in a state of restlessness, of kind of not knowing what's next or what's coming to me. And it's funny because I would have never predicted where I am in life. If I was to think of the future and the past, I would have never predicted I'll be here. Just because you don't know what's coming next does not mean your life is meaningless. I look life like a big play full of characters, but I'm the main character. You're the main character in your story, I'm the main character in my story. Everybody else is a character. I'm the director, I'm the writer, I'm the costume designer, you feel me? I'm just the one writing it, and I have the ability to change it. If I can change my reality on things, and I can change my perception on life, then I can make this life of mine anything I choose to be. I don't want anybody else to be able to dictate what my play, what my life is about. We have this tendency to let our parents, our friends, determine what our play is about, what our life is about. But if you let somebody else determine what your life is about, then you're going to be unhappy, because you're going to be doing something you don't want to do. Realize that it's your life. You're the one who's going to have to live with all the decisions you make, good, bad. If you're going to make a decision, just be able to live with it, and just be able to, hey, I'm going to stand on this, and whatever happens, I'm okay with the consequences. No matter what you choose to do, whether it's good or bad, just be okay. If you're not comfortable 100% with the consequences that could come from the decision you're about to make, then don't do it. But if you are, go at it 100%. So far, the journey I've been on has been amazing. It's been unpredictable. I could have never in my life predicted I'd be standing here doing what I'm doing. Ever in my life, I could have never predicted it. In the next 5 years, I can try. As a human, I'm only human. I can try to predict what's gonna come, try to make plans. I can never predict what's gonna happen, because things can change like that. That doesn't mean it's a bad thing. That means just go with the flow, learn new skills, meet new people, lose some friends, gain some friends. That's just what life is. It's not so rigid. It's flowy. And just being aware of that makes such a big difference. With all this, it's just me searching for the meaning of life. And the thing is, the meaning of life is so obvious. It's just to live. That's the meaning of life, just live and experience. But we want all these extra things to be added onto it to make it seem meaningful, which it already is. But we can't understand that it's so simple that all we have to do is just live. I'm very rigid in my ways, but it's like I'm aware of it, so I'm working on it. Just going with the flow, just adapting to my new situations, and just being aware that tomorrow's not promised, and I want to live my life to the fullest, helping people, serving people, and doing things that make me happy. Thank you for watching the video. Much love. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you for watching. Much love.